So I heard that you had a friend who was into Sailor Moon.
One friend, yeah.
Alright, why?
I don't know, it's just something she grew up with.
Yeah, but she's like an adult now. There's no point to it. Like why would you watch Japanimation when she should be worried about getting laid?
Well, it's not like she focuses her entire life on it. It's just something she enjoys.
Well, either way, I'm sure her other hobbies are of similar interest.
Well, you really can't make that judgment just on one TV show that she likes.
Oh, what? So you're saying I'm wrong?
Well, what? She...
Yeah, that's what I thought. She is exactly as I put her because, well, let's face it, most of the time I'm right. Like, there was that time with the clown and the time with the gang.
Yeah, how'd that gang thing go anyway?
Anyway, I'm just wondering how she could spend all this time, like trying to not get laid and just watch, like, what is it, ponies?
Ponies? I thought we were talking... I thought she liked Sailor Moon.
Sailor, got it, okay. Yeah, the Japanimation stuff. I don't know, it's kind of weird, like, my pappy certainly wouldn't approve.
Well, I don't really think she cares if her parents don't like it or not.
Well, I'm talking about my pappy, who's much more important than her parents.
How so?
Well, for one, he's your pappy. Like, that's still happening.
Did you even get the money for that?
Well, the point is, he has a lot of money, therefore he has a lot of influence. And then back on the topic, what else do they watch? Does she watch? What does she watch that's so important?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, explain that one to me. Like, is this about...
I actually don't get that one either.
it's like some sort of Vietnam pseudoscience. I don't get this. Because, I've seen Full Metal Jacket, and I know what alchemy is, but I don't see the two, like, corresponding.
Yeah, it's very different than either of those things, so...
I've also seen Full Metal Panic, which I have to say is the weirdest rendition of Vietnam I have ever seen. Like, you call that a sequel?
It's not even in Vietnam.
Well, that explains it, God. So I guess all the soldiers just go to Japan, China?
I don't know, it changes. Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Yes, because I have lost sight. What were we talking about?
Friend, Full Metal Alchemist, Sailor Moon.
Yeah, what is this? You said you don't know the alchemy show.
I know of it, but I don't really understand why she's such a big fan of it.
Okay, well, I have to say that as a concerned citizen, I don't approve. Like, there are much better, ways to spend your time, at such a impressionable age. I mean, I do things for the community, because I use my time well.
But she's 19, so how is that an impressionable age?
That's exactly my point. She can't be impressed. So that means that she'll be doing this forever if we don't do an intervention.
You want to do an intervention?
She should be more like us and have a more critical role in the welfare of the community.
You want her to sit around raging about juggalos?
Well, it would certainly help.
Okay. Why is her liking Sailor Moon, Full Metal Alchemist, and what else does she like? Naruto. Why is that so damaging?
It promotes a life of indecency and sloth.
Well...
Like, these are the same demons that Jack Chick warned me about.
What?
I said these are the same demons that Jack Chick warned me about. I read his comics, and I have to say, what I've seen is pretty eye-opening.
Eye-opening?
Yeah, like crazy stuff happening. Like people getting obsessions and, going to hell, over this. Of course, given the original source material, it was actually Dungeons and Dragons, but you get my drift.
So, you're saying that my friend is going to go to hell because she is a fan of, Japanimation?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. And I'm saying that we should help her in her time of need. I mean, honestly, I think it's because she wants attention. It's a call for help.
I don't think she's going to accept any help we have to give.
Well, alright. Well, I can't come up with every single idea. And let's say that someone is suffering, like from an addiction. Just for the sake of argument, it's a completely different addiction. How would you help them?
Well, I don't know. Try to get them professional help.
So that's what we do here. We have to bankroll her into having professional help performed.
Well, what kind of professional help would we get for an addiction like old TV shows? Old cartoon TV shows.
Well, it seems that she has some sort of animation mania, an animania, if you will, and we have to help her with this. But I guess we gotta find the right channels. Like, I heard that there was a Animaniacs Anonymous that we could send her to.
And you really think this is necessary?
Is she your friend still?
We talk every now and then, yes.
Well, I think we should help her if she's associating with you, because I associate with you. Alright, helping her is helping me, is helping you.
Well, do you really think it's that contagious?
Well, the point is not whether it's contagious, it's the fact that she has it, and it's killing her inside. It's kind of like a cancer of some sort.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a cancer, but...
Well, think about it. I mean, she probably goes really close to the television. That's a lot of, cathode ray poisoning.
Well, we don't know that. I don't know that.
Well, either way, I think it has to be stopped because, let's face it, Japanimation is a menace. I have seen awful things.
Such as?
Well, what do you mean, such as? I've seen violence. I've seen depravity. I've seen tits. They have animated tits now. When I was a kid, we didn't have that. All of our cartoons were like, Scooby-Doo or Huckleberry Hound. Like, we had like wholesome stuff, not this craziness.
Didn't you see that stuff in real life anyway?
Be that as it may, cartoons shouldn't be about this, especially when they're not about the dangers of violence or the dangers of tits. Because, let's face it, that kind of stuff is dangerous to the young mind. I mean, you wouldn't take your baby to a strip club, would you?
Well, no, but...
See, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
But, well, from what I've heard, these shows aren't exactly stuff that, little kids tend to watch anyway. This is kind of
but
I don't know.
It's written for little kids, though,
Well, the people who...
You know how people get porn addictions? This is the exact same.
Well, the people who I usually hear who watch these shows a lot are I don't know, early teens or something, so...
That's my point. She's not an early teen. She's a big man, and she is getting, Japanimania. It's crazy.
Well, well, what if it's just, she still enjoys the shows that she enjoyed when she was younger. I mean, what if she's not obsessing over them like you're implying?
There's no way you can enjoy those shows without being an obsessed retard. Like, why be a Sailor Moon when you can be a Sailor Man? Popeye is the OG.
So, you're saying that she should develop a spinach addiction?
You're saying she shouldn't?
Well...
Right. Spinach has iron in it, and iron makes you strong. That's what Iron Man taught me.
But Iron Man wears a suit, so...
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a man. He has to look dapper, on formal occasions. Like, what, is he going to go around nude?
Well, that isn't quite what I meant, but anyway, so, alright, what would you...
In fact, I'm sure Iron Man would agree with me that this addiction of hers is killing her on the inside. It's making her rabid and foul.
Well, that could be another topic entirely, but alright, well, if you think the situation is as bad as you're saying, what would you suggest?
Therapy.
Therapy?
Yeah, preferably group therapy, but I am not opposed to alternative methods of therapeutic treatments, because she needs help.
Okay.
I am concerned for her as a concerned citizen. What if her influence, like you ever see the movie 28 Days Later?
Yes.
It's a lot like that. Like, she might infect others. Because think about it. She could be infected, and then, crows peck out her eyes, and then a crow flies over someone else and drips blood in his eye, and then he becomes, a Japanimaniac. And then where will we be?
Well, I'm pretty sure if it's really that dangerous, it can be, I don't know, quarantined.
I mean, I can imagine them like sputtering and speaking in tongues while rolling around. I mean, that's how the old song goes. Japanimaniac, maniac on the floor. You see, on the floor, twitching, convulsing. That's the effects of Japanimation on today's youth.
Alright.
Those are the effects.
Alright, so what do we do then?
Like I said, some sort of treatment, therapy. Do you have any other friends who are afflicted?
That'd be something I'd have to check.
Alright, because I've heard that your friends were, into this stuff, but you are fine, so that means that you carry some sort of immunity to it, which means that we should probably do some genetic research and use the gene of yours to protect others. Vaccinations.
Alright. I don't think it's as dangerous as you're making it sound, but...
We should make a Japanimation vaccination station so that people aren't affected anymore. Because sometimes I'm really, really, I don't know, distressed. It makes me feel bad, man.
Do you think about this often?
Well, I am a worldly man. There are other problems throughout the world. But the fact that someone so close to you is afflicted with this, it gives me chills. It's just a repeat. It's just like clown syndrome, except they don't go outside. At least clowns go outside.
Well, there is, well, since we're on this, I think I should probably run this by you. Now, according to you, since this friend of mine likes Sailor Moon and Full Metal Alchemist and stuff like that, well, she needs therapy. Now, I know someone else who I don't talk to as often, but still talk to, who likes Hetalia. What is your suggestion?
What the hell is that?
Um,
That better not be what I think it is.
Axis powers Hetalia.
Oh my god.
Why? What's wrong?
That, I've seen that. You know, like, you might be convinced that I'm blowing smoke on all these other shows, but I have seen that to it in its entirety, and I have to say, I do not approve at all. 100% do not. No. That's bad pudding. Makes me mad. I feel kind of sick actually. Like, okay, so this is the one about the little baby nations like butt fucking, right? This is that one.
Well, I'm not exactly sure if that's the exact premise,
it's
but
so filled with the innuendo that really.
Well, I suppose one could see innuendo in that.
All right, and then there's some sort of Italian guy and a German dude and Japan.
Yeah, like from.
See, that's a problem. It's more Japan. It's Japan this, Japan that. It's never. It's never. I don't know. I guess I like to keep it local and I like to keep it real. So America, perhaps.
Well, from what I've heard, America is in there.
I shudder to think how they will portray this magnificent country.
Supposedly he eats a lot of cheeseburgers and thinks that he's a hero.
That's insulting. I'm offended.
But weren't you just eating on the American flag a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, because I show respect for my country. I eat with my country. My country fills me with longing for my country. Like, I feel whole whenever I eat with my country, my flag, whenever I keep it real. With this, they make a mockery of it.
So, alright, so, what do you suggest for the person who does watch Hetalia?
Nothing. There is no hope for them. Preferably keep watching so they stay away from the general population.
So...
that's my blessing. If you're watching Hetalia, keep watching Hetalia. I don't want to meet you.
So you're saying therapy for some, and for those who watch Hetalia, quarantine them?
Those weren't my words, but I agree 100% with them. Yes.
Alright then. I guess... Not sure how I feel about this, but right. I don't think I'm going to be able to change your mind.
Well, okay, so maybe I'll surprise you. What would you do?
I don't know. I figured I'd just wait it out. I figured they'd grow out of it eventually.
That's your solution for everything. My God. You are so... I don't know. It's like you let people take advantage of your friendship. Like, you let people, become this or become that, and you're fine with it. Like, no. Yeah, if you're actually their friend, you would care about them. Like, I'm being a better friend to them than you are.
Well...
I don't know if I'm getting through to you or not.
Well... I actually did talk to my one friend who's a juggalo fairly recently, and it sounds like, according to you, he's recovering. So.
Oh, it's wonderful news. I honestly thought that he would be, stuck, a clown, for the rest of his life.
So, see? Yeah.
Which would be great, because we could, cage him and make him perform for us. But,
well, my point is, things like these, they work themselves out. Now, if I really did think they were in danger, then I would help them.
Alright, well, like I said, I think that they're a burden, because, well, let's face it, we live in a capitalist society, and they want to mock that, because they don't actually buy their Japanimation. They download it for free. They file share. That's against the law.
Didn't you set a cat on fire?
Anyway, I think that, like, copyright holders should be offended. It makes me mad. So, I don't know, like, that's intellectual property. They're thieves. They're pirates. Stealing movies and stealing TV shows is one of the worst felonies you can engage in. I learned that from the MPAA. Jack Valenti is looking out for me.
Well, alright then. I guess everything that's...
In fact, I think he's one of my heroes. Because he started this organization, to warn us about the dangers of movies.
I think that's a topic for another day.
I don't.